We are a movement of hope for the city and beyond, and this is our story. Valley Creek Church was started in 1992 in the home of Pastor Kevin and Lisa Evans in Lewisville, Texas. With a heart to see Jesus move in the city over the next 19 years, the church grew and met in 5 different locations, finally landing at our Flower Mound location. In 2010, our founding pastor, Pastor Kevin, took his next step and moved to China as a missionary. Pastor John Stickle became the new lead pastor of Valley Creek, and a new season was born. In 2011, we started to follow the cloud, believing that wherever God is leading us is always better than where we've been. God led the Israelites from Egypt to the Promised Land by giving them a cloud to simply follow one next step at a time. And so our vision was to help people take the next step on their journey with Jesus. We simply ask, listen, and respond to the voice of God, doing whatever He invites us to do. Also in that year, by faith, we declared that we were going to become a worshiping church and started learning how to experience and encounter God together. We're passionate about the presence of God, believing His presence is the greatest change agent in the universe. Worship is a big deal to us. In 2012, as we focused on reaching the next generation, we became one of the fastest growing churches in the country. We felt like God was inviting us to build our own leaders to disciple the people He was bringing to our church. Developing kingdom leaders of all ages became a part of our culture, and 95% of our staff has been raised up from within our own church. We believe that everyone was created to be a kingdom leader. As we continued to grow in 2013, we took a huge step of faith and launched our first missional move, Acts 1:8. A missional move is simply when we take a next step so someone else can take theirs. We expanded our Flower Mound campus, launched our Denton campus, and launched a church planting school in India. Also in 2013, our current icon was created and solidified our culture of being a Jesus-focused, Spirit-filled, and life-giving church. And in 2016, we started Missional Move Breakthrough, and through this, we launched our Lewisville campus, our Venue campus, and the Next Step Center so we could better serve the city. In 2017, the 3 Circles was born as a simple way to teach the gospel. The Father's heart is for us to live free as beloved sons and daughters, and this theology has changed our lives. In 2019, we rolled out our new vision to be a movement of hope for the city and beyond, and we launched Missional Move Hope for the City, our biggest step of faith yet. We doubled down with a heart to go from 4 campuses to 8, putting a harbor of hope within a 20-minute drive of everyone in North Texas and raising up hope carriers who would change their world. In 2020, even in the midst of a global pandemic, we continued to advance God's kingdom and launched our Gainesville campus. Because of the generosity of our church, we continued to be a debt-free church and own all of our campuses. In 2021, as the world continued to change, we responded by launching our online campus. We leveraged technology to present the gospel, and we went from being a church for the city to a church for the world and have hope carriers all over the globe. So here we are. This is our story. We're not where we're going, but we are so much farther than where we've been. This isn't a you should have been here when kind of church. This is a we're so glad you're here now, let's go write the next chapter together kind of church. You see, looking back on God's faithfulness gives us the faith we need for today. And as we look back at what God has done, it fills us with hope for what God wants to do. We are a movement of hope for the city and beyond. This is our story, and this is now a part of your story.